Hey you guys, Idiot Fliptronics. I'm going to be doing a spec comparison with the Samsung Galaxy Note 3 and the Motorola Moto X. Obviously, the first thing you're really going to notice here is the size difference, quite a big difference. There's also going to be a difference in how much these phones weigh. The Note 3 is going to be a bit heavier than the Motorola Moto X, but it is a lot larger. So anyways, the Samsung Galaxy Note 3 is going to weigh close to 6 ounces, and it's got a display of 5.7 inches, and the Motorola Moto X is going to weigh about 4.6 ounces and has a 4.7 inch screen. So the Note 3 is obviously going to be heavier because it's a bigger phone. As far as the resolution on these devices, the Note 3's got a 1080 by 1920 pixel resolution, and the Moto X has a 720 by 1280 pixel resolution. So obviously the Note 3 is going to have a much nicer display on it. It's just going to look a lot sharper, using the phone, browsing the internet, and watching videos and stuff. The cameras on these phones are both really good. The Moto X has a 10 megapixel back camera on it with a 2 megapixel front facing camera, but the Note 3's got a 13 megapixel back camera on it with a 2 megapixel front facing camera. The Note 3 is going to have a slightly better camera on it. The Moto X camera is not very bad though. I've used it, and honestly, there's nothing bad about it, but the Note 3 having 13 megapixels, there's going to be a difference there. Hardware, there's going to be a huge difference in these phones. The Note 3 has a Qualcomm Snapdragon 2300 megahertz quad-core processor, and the Moto X has a dual-core 1700 megahertz processor. So if we're talking about speed, the Note 3 is dominating there. Also, the Moto X doesn't allow for an SD card, but on the Note 3 you can allow for up to a 64 gigabyte SD card. Battery life on both these phones, the Note 3's got a 3200 mAh removable battery. The Moto X has a 2200 mAh non-removable battery, so you can remove the battery on the Note 3 but not on the Moto X. Battery life, probably going to get about 25 hours talk time on the Note 3 and only about 13 hours on the Moto X, which is kind of a disappointment, but the Note 3's definitely got a really good battery life. Anyways, that's about it. The only other thing, honestly, the Moto X has like a plastic back to it, and the Note 3 has a nice like leatherish back to it, so that should be just about all the specs on these devices. Stay tuned for the Versus video, and be sure to subscribe to our channel.